Welcome to the Naughty Works. For this episode, I'm going to be digging into Ogham, specifically the Irish alphabet of fish characters, and we'll get to that in a bit. I want to say thank you for checking out my channel. I hope you'll find the subject of interest, and particularly my take on it, more or less because I am not an expert, not claiming to be an expert. The share of research on the internet, Wikipedia, some other pages, a lot of it's new agey, neo-paganistic, that's the word, Wiccan type stuff. So historically accurate, probably not a lot, but some of the stuff is historical. There's also a bit of mythology involved with the Ogham characters and the trees they're associated with, which we'll get into in a second. And so, let's dig into it. The Ogham alphabet. Again, pronounced Ogham, the G is silent. It's not Ogham. I called it Ogham for quite a while, but yeah, it's Ogham. And mainly this video is for dealing a little bit with the history and interpretation of the mythological and historical context of the characters and of the alphabet, its relation to nature, and again, my purpose is, okay, how can I take this information and translate it into game mechanics for the Pathfinder role-playing game. First edition. I have a product I've been working on for off and on for a while now. I hope to put out in a little while. And mainly the Ogham characters are going to be separate domains. I'll have 20 of them, and I'll show you as we go through. And really just using the information I've gleaned off the internet to kind of figure out mechanical aspects that I can bring in for each one. Not necessarily completely historically accurate, doesn't really matter to me, but loosely tied to it and distinct enough where, and that's kind of the issue with digging into historical stuff, especially like these characters, is, as we'll see, a lot of them are similar as far as what they're connected to, the power they supposedly grant the user. So then you have to look at more of the historical context, mythology, and what can be brought out for that to make them each one distinct for 20 domains, because that's a lot of domains to come up with. So that's where I'm at. Some history for context. It's associated with the Irish language. I've got Gaelic, I think it's pre-Gaelic. From what I've read, it's called primitive Irish, kind of proto. So it's probably definitely not the same Gaelic that's used today, either in Ireland or the Scots Gaelic, which they're a bit distinct from each other. I think there's also Welsh and Manx that are also considered Gaelic, but different variations. Historically, the Ogham alphabet is tied to Druid. A lot of history where Druids used it. I'm not saying they didn't use it. Historically questionable of whether or not Druids created the alphabet, and especially all the spiritual connectivity with plants and such. And again, as you see on the slide, we'll get into that in a second. It's likely that these characters predate, like the Germanic runes, the Fulfark, whatever you call the runes, for a different time if I ever get to that point. And many see the language, the character set as a precursor to them, somewhat related, again in Celtic traditions and such. And there's some evidence of that. How direct it is hard to tell. Again, many are associated to particular trees or other botanical entities, though likely this has occurred over time. That initially probably not with their initial creation, but after their inception and embellished over time with pagan belief, again, neo-paganism, the resurgence of the kind of spiritual awakenings of the pagan beliefs, the pre-Christian beliefs, especially Celtic background, Celtic tradition, and again, Celtic tradition is very nature-oriented, nature-focused, so it's not unlikely that some of these existed early on, but I think a lot more were added over time. And again, for my purposes, not a big deal, because I'm not digging that deep into it historically, but as you'll see, I will be tying these in the trees and other plants in with the system I'm creating for my supplement. And again, characters became associated with these specific flora, and the properties we even imagine were then associated with that character. So it was kind of like a dualistic nature where, okay, the trees got these associated with these benefits, therefore the character that's associated with the tree is also then granted those benefits as well. Which is not hard to figure out, hard to really consider. The alphabet. There are 20 characters, each is called a theta. They're grouped in sets of 5 characters, each known as the acme. They're grouped by their mouth sound, like the labial, whatever you call it. The first set is BLFSN. The second set is actually HDTKQ. The third set is MG, and G like mean like E sound, the R, and then the fourth set is your vowels, your A, O, U, E, and I. The characters' names are different, not that the sounds they make, related to. The letter Q, there is no P that you know, but the letter Q is sometimes equated to P historically, especially in translation to other, like the runes, other languages. The reading of the Ogham is from bottom to top, from left to right. They're generally carved on wooden sticks or rock, and even on metal. Again, most of our evidence of the existing use of this language of the Oghams are on rock because they don't degrade as quickly over time as wood would rock. So there really isn't a lot of evidence of how they were used on wooden sticks. Mainly it's on rock. From my understanding, like territorial markers, graves to an extent, such like that. In the earlier version, they were carved along the stem lines or like the corners of rocks. So, and as you see, when we get into the characters, the corner of the rock or the stem line or the seam would be the line that the characters were drawn on one side or the other across. Later versions, they were inscribed on carved lines. Particularly, later on they were carved and are put in manuscripts by monks and others. And during that time, then they would actually draw the lines and then use those lines. And during that period, when they were added to manuscripts, another whole acme was added, a fifth set of another 5 characters that I'm not covering here. But if you look into it, you'll see those. There's some other vowel-y sounds and such like that. And those extra 5 characters really, if you look at them, they're not really related to the first 4 sets in their simplicity and how they're used. They're a bit more complex overall in their creation. And we will start with the letter B, Yet. So B is represented by the birch tree, connected to purification, new beginnings, hope, and protection. It's associated with the element of water, the planet Venus, and the feminine gender. Common names include the White Goddess, the Lady of the Wood, the Ribbon Tree, the Silver Maiden, and the Virgin Maiden, and generally associated with the goddesses of Ostra, which I think is Easter, Frigga, Freya, Venus, Ariadne, Brigid, and Rodinmet, which I believe is a Welsh goddess. And again, I'm probably slaughtering the names of these people because, again, I'm not an expert. I like to think I'm kind of moderate proficient with Irish from past research, but not really. Not even close. and this is for the letter B. And as you can see from the little illustration on the right or left-hand corner, it's a center line would be your scene, or the line that we're making the characters on. It's either going to be, if it's looking at it vertically, it would be on the right. If you actually were running in a horizontal line, it would be facing down. Next character is Lugh, the letter L. Again, two lines facing to the right or horizontally facing down, represented by the Rowan tree, connected to healing, success, power, protection, and psychic intuition, associated with the element of fire, the sun, the moon, and a gender that is flexible based on the use and user. So many of these, as we'll see, are generally tied to one gender or another, whereas some are a bit fluid, where depending on who's invoking the powers or the situation at hand. Lugh is commonly, for the Rowan tree, is commonly known as the Tree of Life, the Mountain Ash, the Quickbeam, the Quickenwood, the Sorbapple, and the Witchwood. Of interest to note is the Tree of Life, because actually that is related to the ash, which we will see later on, and the Mountain Ash is another name for the Rowan tree. So I think that's kind of where the Tree of Life gets kind of confused with this particular character. It's also known as the Wither Tree. It is governed by Lugh, Dagda, Brigid, Ceridwen, Thor, and Hecate. The letter L. Next character is Fjorn. It is represented by three lines on the right, or horizontally facing down, represented by the Aldar tree, connected to protection, courage, and spiritual growth. It's associated with all four elements: air, earth, fire, and water. The planet Venus, and generally represents a masculine gender. Held sacred by Cronus and Fronius, as well as the Welsh god King Bran. It's an interesting story that I'm not going to cover here, but something to look into. Considered a natural bridge between the realm of the Fae and mortal world, giving us capability along waterways and span both earth and water. Again, you'll see a lot of these where you're crossing from one element to another. Then these are seen as natural doorways or bridges, and they tie it spiritually with the world of the Fae, the fairy realms, with the mortal world. So that is why Aldar tree is one of those. And I didn't mention it with the birch, but the birch, the Aldar tree, and there's some other trees that are called pioneer trees, because when a forest is devastated through fire or other excursion or something that knocks down this part of the forest, these are the trees that generally grow back first, particularly if they grow along waterways or rivers and lakes, and kind of then branch out from there. And again, as the Aldar tree grows normally along the edge of such waterways, that is where that comes from. Sam. It is the fourth letter in this alphabet of the first five. Four lines facing the right, or if you're looking at horizontally, it'd be facing down. It is represented by the willow tree. And as we see, also known as weeping willow, got one growing in my front yard, connected to healing, solace and grief, inspiration, fertility, love and protection. Associated with the element of water, again, because it likes to grow by waterways normally. The moon and the feminine gender. There are stories with the moon, and mainly tears at night. It's like the tears of the weeping willow at night from the moon. That's something to kind of look into. The tree of sorrow is also known by other names, including Osier, Salo, Sali, Sal tree, which is aspirin, the wicker whiff, and withy. Sacred to the moon goddesses included Hecate and Artemis. And as you investigate this one, you'll see there are stories with unrequited love, that kind of stuff, or people who are missing their lover, and can generally seen as a sorrowful story, sorrowful connection to this particular tree, and therefore to this particular character. The letter S, obviously. Next we have the neon. It is 5 lines facing to the right, or if looking horizontally, they would be facing down, represented by the ash tree, connected to protection, health, courage, and matters concerning the sea. Associated with the element of fire, the sun, and the masculine gender. Again, as we saw earlier from Alder Tree, the ash tree is believed that it is the Yggdrasil is an ash tree of Norse mythology, which Odin hung himself 9 days and nights to gain the magic of the runes. So there's an interesting kind of connection with ash tree to the own character Neon, Ion, to runes, the magic of runes. It's also considered sacred to Poseidon, sorry about that, and the goddess of truth and retribution, Nemesis. Next we have the next Acme. So those first 5 characters were the first Acme. Now restarting with the second one with Lugh, the letter H, represented by the hawthorn, connected to fertility, chastity, protection, caution, relaxation, and happiness. Associated with the element of fire, the planet Mars, and the masculine gender. Commonly known as the May tree, the quickthorn, the whitethorn, the quickset, thornapple, arzies, axles, hagthorn, and many others, kind of comical looking names. Generally associated with the Roman goddess Flora, as well as Persephone, as it's spelled it, Ain, and Brigid, as well as the Celtic god Manon Dachmuir. Second character of this Acme is Thor, represented by the oak tree. It is connected with protection, health, inner strength, money, wealth, healing, potency, and luck. Associated with the element of fire, the sun, and the masculine gender. Long been considered the king of the woods, which can be seen with all the powers associated with it. Again, the mighty oak tree. Given its propensity to be struck by lightning, it is no wonder that it is considered sacred to gods of storms and thunder, including Zeus and Thor, and in terminal Green Man. So when you look at the Green Man, the oaken face, there's a lot of ties to the Green Man and the oak tree. Again, as the king of the forest. And as we'll see next, the holly. Represented by the letter T. Letter T is T. And again, I really mentioned it, but these characters are identical to the first set of Acme, that they're facing the opposite direction. So, T is 3 lines facing to the left, or if you're looking at horizontally, they'd be facing up. Connected with protection, luck, and psychic enhancement through dreams. Associated with the element of fire, the planets Saturn and Mars, and the masculine gender. Folk names for Holly include Hovar, Holland, and Hurm, while the Gaelic term is Fruyan. I probably mispronounced that greatly. Considered the twin to the oak, sharing a crown, or battling for it, depending on stories you read. The holly rules the land while the sun wanes, from summer solstice to the winter solstice, while the oak rules the sun as the sun moves, as the sun waxes over the land. So they're twin kings. The oak covers as the sun gets stronger, so basically from the winter solstice to the summer solstice, and then the holly takes over from the summer solstice to the winter solstice. How they have it divided. Next one is called, for the letter C or K, the hard C. 4 lines to the left, or maybe 4 lines up, facing up, represented by the hazel tree, connected to luck and wishes, divination of hidden things, protection, fertility, and the granting of wisdom and inspiration. Associated with the element of air, and the sun, and the planets Mercury and Venus, and generally the masculine gender, though it may vary. Hazel is tied to Brigid, which is why it is tied to wisdom and divine inspiration. Also sacred to Ceridwen, as well as Venus and Aphrodite, as well as the mother goddess of both the Celts and the Fae, Dagda. And we have Gert, which is 5 lines to the left, or if you're looking at it horizontally, 5 lines facing up, it is represented by the apple tree. Connected to healing, protection, rejuvenation, love, and immortality. Associated with the elements of water, the planet Venus, and the feminine gender. Again, all kinds of mythological stories about the apple bound, in the Garden of Eden, the golden apples of Greek and Norse legend, which are also mirrored in the Celtic legend of the ransom of King Lugh demands for the death of his father. And the tales also abound as the silver bows ending with a silver or golden apple to act as keys to the fairy realm. That one's a thing. And we start the third. Here we go. No! Sorry about that. Going to new. There we go. New. Letter M. Again, this now we're going, it's a diagonal line, starting up and going down, or if it was horizontally, it would be starting from the bottom left, going up right, upper right. And it's represented by the vine. From my research, particularly the blackberry bramble, again, we're looking at a vine that's thorns, and it's generally connected to healing, protection against the thorns, abundance against blackberries, and wealth. Associated with the element of water, the planet Venus, and the feminine gender. Folk names include bubblecake, donkey thorn, scaldberry, black butter, blackblade, gatterberry. The vine's ability to intertwine is heavily symbolized by the Celts and their knotwork patterns, showing the intertwining of lives, love, and faith, and the eternal cycle of repetition and regeneration. Which I thought was kind of cool, because I was really big into knotwork. Those kind of from such plants as the blackberry bramble. And the first character of the third acme in the letter, the character Moon, the letter M. Then we go to Gort. Get the ivy, give another more of a climbing, intertwining branch plant. Two lines diagonally across, again, if it was split horizontally, they bottom left and upper right. Connected with friendship, healing, protection, steadfastness, and tenacity. Associated with the element of water, the planet Saturn, and the feminine gender. Sacred in connection with the underworld, including the gods of Dionysus, Bacchus, and Ron. Again, as divine, I grant a spiritual inspiration for Celtic art when it comes to knotwork and with its ability to intertwine with other flora, and a spiraling pattern symbolizes consciousness, expansion of thought, and spirituality and rebirth. Again, it spirals up a tree. And the third character of this acme is Yggdrasil. I'm not saying that right at all. Yggdrasil, or however you want to pronounce it. It's kind of studying a word with the NG sound. That's what it represents. The represented by the reed, or /wheat, /straw. So basically, things that are used in different cultures. The reed with the Egyptians. Again, wheat and straw, more medieval European cultures, food, or people and animals. Again, connected to protection and fertility, responsibility and prosperity. Again, particularly wheat and straw. You can see the earthiness of this different character. Associated with the element of Earth, the Sun, planets Venus and Pluto, and the transmutable gender, so depending on particularly what plant you're looking at, I think, and how it's being used. Steeped in the reality of provision, providing a firm basis for home and hearth. Again, there's not, from what I've seen, a lot of magic to these, although I'm sure the reed has a bit when it comes to like the Egyptian mythos. Just because it grows along the Nile. But this is probably the very real and useful relation because of what people use them for. Wheat for food, straw, feeding animals. So they depended on these things, use plants more than pretty much anything else other than making their home. While other flora of the home are heavily associated to magic, commonality of reed make it no less important in the daily lives of those that give it reverence for what it represents. Then we have Strafe, which actually is the letter Z. And we've got four characters, or four lines, diagonally across, represented by the blackthorn, connected to overcoming adversity, banishing negativity, purification, protection, heightened awareness, and energy associated with the element of fire, the planet Mars, and the masculine gender. Folk names include Soulbush, Stay, Spiny Foam, Wishing Thorn, Fairy Tree, Dark Mother of the Wood, and Fair Hawthorn. Folklore has it as a black fawn is protected by the Lugh she, a spiteful thorny fae, sacred to the crone faith of the crystal goddess, also known as Morrigan, Calich Abira. Ruth, for the letter R, 5 diagonal line, represented by the Elder Tree, connected to protection of healing, or for protection, healing, wisdom, prosperity, sleep, and blessing. Associated with the element of water, the planets Venus and Saturn, and the feminine gender. Sacred to the goddess Galia and the raven, and for many it is believed to be the wood used for the crucifixion of Christ. So that's wrong. As it is white flowers bloom in the peak of midsummer, it is also associated with the white goddess and sacred to the fae. Starting the last acne, these are the vowels. So A, for the letter A, is a line that goes straight through from one side to the other. So, again, the way it gets it is kind of cockeyed or straight across, both sides. Represented by the white fir, also known as the Scots pine, or also the Scots pine, I'm kind of confused about that one, but like fir trees, pine trees kind of thing. Connected to healing, protection, fertility, purification, and direction. Finding your path is kind of the take on that. Associated with the element of air, the planet Mars, and the masculine gender, considered sacred to Dionysus, and Bacchus, Actus, and Ceridwen, how do you pronounce that, as well as Poseidon, as the wood is used in the construction of ships. A reminder that the green world continues to survive in the harshest of winters. And there's more to it. I mean, from what I've read, I believe pine trees are kind of used as grave markers for great chieftains, for high druids. So when you see them, and you see a single pine in the forest, it could represent, you know, the resting place of the great chieftain or the high druid. We have On, which is 2 lines, represented by gorse. Also broom, so I think it's part of the plant. Furs is another word for it. Connected to hope, protection, safety, and wealth. Associated with the element of fire, the planet Mars, and the masculine gender. Considered sacred to the worship of Thor, Jupiter, so that, and the Celtic sun god Lugh. Folk names include Furze Bush, Thorny Broom, Prickly Broom, Ethan, Wind, Goth, Gorse, Wolfit, and Stray. And I believe these are like yellowy flowers, that's why it's kind of like wealth and money. Third character for this app is Yor. There are 3 lines represented by the heather, connected to passion, generosity, healing, spiritual growth, and the spirit world. Associated with the element of fire, the sun, and the masculine gender. A strong symbolic link between the Mother Earth and the Father Heaven, as well as the Sun Goddess, Rain, Irish goddess Ain. And there is a strong component for mead, discovered long before hops was recognized for making beer, which would tie in well with the release of the Hecate passion. Any fungus that grows on leaves contains a strong hallucinogenic, which would explain the ability to connect to the spirit world. Excuse me. Then we have the 4th character, Yggdrasil, I would pronounce it, which is letter E. 4 character, 4 lines, straight across. Represents the poplar tree, connected to endurance, courage, wealth and prosperity, and protection from theft. Includes the white poplar, the aspen, but other related trees include the black poplar and the Lombardy poplar. Poplar is associated with the element of water, the planet Saturn, and the feminine gender, while the aspen is associated with the element of air, planet Mercury, and masculine gender. It is sacred to Jupiter, Hercules, Persephone, Cronus, Hecate, Diana, and the Triple Goddess. And the last character we have, Lugh. It's 5 lines straight across, represented by the U tree. Character with protection from negative spirits, longevity, reincarnation, and wisdom. Favorite for making weapons, including the U, which is the English longbow, spears, and handles for knives and swords. Associated with the elements of air, the planet Jupiter, and the masculine gender. Sacred to the god Mercury, and the chrome aspect of the triple goddess. Often seen and used as a link with ancestral spirits and as a means to gain wisdom from the past. That is all 20 characters. Finally, we have source material. These are just some of the sites I found them. Again, some of them at Wikipedia. Another one that's got a lot of good stuff is the echoenchantments.co.uk. They'll cover, I think there's like missing a couple trees, so that's got a lot of them. The goddess tree, various trees. Again, more new agey stuff like what's your sign, something meaning about like trees. So just same reading if you want to really dig into them. If you search for or particular character, you're bound to find many of these on Google or Bing or wherever you want to search. But that is that. So I just want to say thanks for watching. Kind of long, but again, I'll be using these characters for creating 20 different domains. And you kind of have to dig into the mythology of them, just because many of them are connected to the same general spheres of protection, healing, knowledge, wisdom. So you have to make them distinct so justify having 20 new domains. But this will be for my advancing the class of Druid. It will include 20 domains, 20 feats for each of those, a new hybrid class, and I've got many archetypes coming in from Aaron Hollingford. I hope to have this out by Thanksgiving. I've been putting this off for a while, kind of chugging along through it just because there's so much information to kind of dig through. But I'm getting quite a bit done lately, so hopefully within the next 3 weeks I can have this out, and hopefully then look into some other things. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy it.